Hi, and welcome to algebramath.net. Uh, my name is Wayne Stranad. I'm the author of a book called Introductory Algebra. The material that you're learning actually was written by me many years ago and tested over a long period of time. Well, with all that by the side, what you're here for is because you received an email and you want to find out whether your solution is the solution that came up with over here. The first chapter basically deals with some very fundamental things, and section 1.1 deals with numbers and algebra. Here we are talking about identifying a variable. Identification of a variable is actually very easy. You look at an expression and you see what letters are in there. So for example, if I have an expression like x plus 5, what's the variable? Well, the variable is x. If you replace x by, say, the letter A plus 5, well, what's the variable? The variable is A. It's as simple as that. There is nothing very complex about it. One of the things you have to worry about is in translating word problems. All right? So you'll look for very specific kinds of words and symbols that relate to the words. For example, addition. You want to look for the operation symbol of being a plus. All right. The related words are add, added to, and, increase by, increment, plus, sum, the sum of, total. All those words relate to addition. Subtraction, usually denoted by the operation of minus. Right? So the words in English that would be used is, are decrease by, difference, difference of, difference between, subtract from, take away. Those are all the words involving subtraction, something of subtraction, the operation of subtraction. Multiplication, when you were first going through things and learning mathematics in your youth, everybody would use an X. Well, that means multiply. Well, we don't take and use X's anymore. What you want to use is a dot. Dot or some other kinds of grouping symbols, they're called. The words associated with multiply or multiplication, multiply, multiply by, product, the product of, times, the word of, fraction to percent. Those are all operations involving multiplication. And on page 3, you will see a table which shows all this information for you. The last operation is division. Now, normally division would be like, a little line with two dots above and below, a dot above and a dot below. The words used would be divide, divided by, quotient, remainder. Those all signify division in some way. Okay, so that is part of section 1.1. Now, we also talk about grouping symbols. And grouping symbols are like your brackets, curly parentheses, combinations of those objects. All right. So, for example, if I have a parenthesis, the number 2, end parenthesis, you have a starting parenthesis, you have an ending parenthesis, and I have that next with something in between, and then I have another grouping symbols with something in between. When you have back-to-back parentheses, it automatically means that you want to multiply, no matter what. It's going to be back-to-back, multiply. That's the same as if I put a dot in there. We don't use X's anymore. We use a dot. Tells us to multiply. All right. And one of the things about parentheses or any other grouping symbols is that they always come in pairs. Right? You got a left one, you got a right one. A left one, right one. So no matter where they appear, they're going to have pairs. 2 of them. Okay? So that is pretty much what goes on in section 1.1. You could take and download the material for section 1.1 by going on the website, algebramath.net, and finding section 1.1. It's right by chapter, and then section 1.1. And I'll run you up a little video just to show you where to go. Okay, well, I thank you for your time, and the solutions that you have for the problem set for number 1 is P, Q. Number 2 is M, N. Number 3 is X, Y. X appears twice in there, but the only variable is X and then Y. Number 4 is an interesting one because it has no variables. It's just a it's just a simple math problem, right? Simple arithmetic kind of problem. Number 5 is you have P, Q, R, S, T, and U. So that marks the end of this particular section. So go through the exercises. You do have let's see, you have about 50 problems there. So go through them and make sure you understand what's going on with all of this. All right. And of course, you could take and email me. The email is found on the website, and we could take it if you need any additional help. Then fine. All right. So that marks the end of this video, and thanks for watching. Come back after you figure out the next problem that's going to be sent to you in the email. And my name is Wayne Stranad, author of Introductory Algebra. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.